What Oscar-winning movie is actually bad? I don't think Crash was particularly good. There was nothing unique or groundbreaking about it. Brokeback Mountain should have won that year. Agreed. I forgot Crash existed until I just read your post, but I'll never forget watching William Thatcher pound Donnie Darko's asshole while their horses share confused glances outside the tent. LA Confidential and Good Will Hunting were far superior than Titanic. I swear James Cameron bought that Oscar. TBH, I think most Oscars are. Transformers. Yes, it won several Oscars. Seriously? The Shape of Water. Not a fan of furries, especially when they are scaly. I personally found Dunkirk or Darkest Hour should have won. Crash. No Oscar buzz about that, of course. They don't actually pick the best movie, they pick the one with the broadest appeal. It's based on votes after all, so that's the best you're going to get, unless you were to employ some pretty specific criteria on either the selections or the eligible Academy members. Frozen won 2 Oscars, so that's my choice. 8-year-old me would disagree with your choice. The sequel actually wasn't that bad either, TBH. Boss Baby. Hands effing down. That got an Oscar. F. The Shape of Water. I mean, what the F was that? Happy Feet. WTF. That won an Oscar. I have not hated a movie more than I hate Slumdog Millionaire. Absolutely ridiculous, mawkish, terrible garbage. Disgusting in more ways than one. The 2008 one. I mean, it's set in India. What do you expect? I watched it a week ago. It was alright. Not the best, but alright. Shakespeare in Love was mediocre at best. Die Hard is better. Avatar. Titanic. 3 hours of melodramatic bullsh. Juno. The dialogue is cute the first time you see it, but it just does not hold up to more than one viewing. Suicide Squad. TBF. The Oscar was for Macup, which was pretty unique. Did La La Land win an Oscar? Because I choose that. Sort of. The cards were confusing. I'm honestly not a fan of Brave. The woman doesn't want an arranged marriage plot had been done, but it's not too bad an idea. Even then, though, Merida, the lead, comes across as very entitled, especially since this is something that is supposed to prevent a war. And on top of it, Merida doesn't really seem to grow out of it. In spite of her almost causing a war and the loss of her mother, magic is involved. It's not horrible across the board, but that problem really does drag the film down a lot. I haven't seen Paranorman all the way through, but I enjoyed Hotel Transylvania, Wreck-It Ralph, and Rise of the Guardians more. I hated Brave. I remember taking my kids to see it and being like, WTF. Now they are going to be scared I'm going to turn into a bear. Shakespeare in Love. It won Best Picture the same year Saving Private Ryan came out. My girlfriend thought Moonlight was unbearably boring. Green Book. Don't get me wrong, Viggo and Mahershala were great in this, but the whole thing just felt like a TV movie that won, just because the Oscars shoved forced diversity down everyone's throats, which was what they were also doing when they gave Black Panther a Best Picture nomination. And it won over amazing movies like The Favourite and Roma. Still mad about this. Boyhood. It took 12 years to max. Often they missed what I considered the year's best movie, but these were the 3 worst choices. Birdman, 2014, Hollywood self-indulgence about what is really important is acting, etc. The Artist, 2011, 80 years too late for silent movies. Titanic, 1997, The Love Boat Sinks. The Artist really effing sucked. It was a reffing silent movie. FFS. Sorry, but that stopped being cute once the talkies started. It was just Hollywood stalling that year. I haven't seen it, but I think saying that it sucked because it was a silent film is an unacceptable critique for labeling it as really effing sucked. Dances with Wolves. Deleted. Suicide Squad. Marty in 1955 sucked. Monsters Ball. Moonlight. Suicide Squad. What? That she won something? I rarely see movies in the cinema, but I saw this and was so disappointed. Green Book. When the family of the person your movie is meant to honor hates it, it doesn't deserve Best Picture. That Oscar was a friendly wink and nod from Hollywood to China, since it was financed by one of China's richest men. Birdman. The Godfather. Take that back if you wanna live. A lot of the early ones. Harry and the Hendersons. The English Patient. Though I may be prejudiced because it won over Fargo. Which movie do you think should win the 2020 Oscars? 1917. This one or Joker? Time this tired old event was scrapped. Parasite. Knives Out. That or 1917. 1917. 1917. Joker. It's like 2 months into 2020. We have 10 more months of movies to go. The Oscars are being held on the 9th of February 2020, which is yesterday for me, or in an hour's time for me on the 10th. The Moon, 1994. Sir David Bowie. Charlie's Angels. Birds of Prey. Better question. Who's gonna make a speech this year where everyone looks at them like they've lost the plot completely? Joker or 1917? Anyone know a good streaming site for the Oscar? Who is going to play Dnoal Trump in the Oscar nominated biopic to be released 5 to 10 years from now? Ray Liotta, Julia Roberts for Melania, Wee Man for Dnoal Jr., Jennifer Lawrence for Ivanka, Jason Statham for Bernie Sanders. Holy F. Timothy Chalamet. Alec Baldwin. I hope so. That guy from Texas. Orange slime mold. How it's going to get its union card, I have no idea. Robert De Niro. Gary Oldman. He can do anything. Gary Busey. Nicolas Cage. I have been informed that there is no H in Nicolas Cage. Anyone know if that orangutan from Dunstan checks in, still in the acting game? Hell, that's way below his pay grade. It would almost be insulting to take that role. Seth Rogen FTW. Philip Seymour, OF. Trump himself, the guy will live forever, he can't fire himself. Don't forget to like this video and follow this channel to hear more Redditception.